Welcome to Better Life, Happy Life weekly gathering, where we offer solutions to the health challenges most people experience on a regular basis. And we welcome you to discover our simple and vibrant way to live a more balanced and happy life. Every Tuesday, 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And along with today's topic, we want to emphasize the importance of prevention. What is prevention and why is it important? The term prevention is generally used to represent activities that prevent an action or behavior from occurring in the first place. However, it can also refer to activities that promote positive behavior. Prevention can help us to take care of our bodies and health as well as financially. Therefore, all the products we offer at Niken align with the concept of prevention. And prevention is better than a cure. So, through these five vital elements, we can target prevention: air, water, sleep, nutrition, and natural energies to help us to feel and be in harmony with nature. Niken is continually adding new products and technology to the wellness home. Be part of this important movement and start your Niken Wellness Home if you haven't done it yet. And today we will feature sleep, the what, the why, and the how to sleep your way to extraordinary health. Sleep is better. Sorry for this. Sleep is the best meditation according to the Dalai Lama. Important points. Sleeping poorly increases the risk of having poor mental health. In the same way that a healthy diet and exercise can help to improve our mental health, so can sleep. And this by the Mental Health Foundation of the UK. The importance and benefits of sleep for both mental and physical health should be highlighted in national and local public health campaigns, including in schools and workplaces. And this again by the Mental Health Foundation of the UK. And for this important gathering, please welcome Dr. Gary Lindner.
Thank you, Ruben. You've been traveling. How you been sleeping?
Well, I got up at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. You know how it is. Trying to adjust. So, yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about sleep tonight. It's one of my favorite subjects to discuss, and I'm going to share my PowerPoint here. And there, we should have it up. So each week we talk about, and as Ruben mentioned, the five vital elements for life. They're required just for us to exist. And one of the issues we talk about in the Balanced Life, Happy Life is, are these five vital elements in a condition or in a state the way nature intended them to be? And I think we'd all have to agree they're probably not. So the five elements are air. Is our air as healthy as it can be? And usually it's not. How about our water that we're consuming? Sleep we'll cover more in depth. Food. How about overprocessed food, fast food, nutritious food, too much sugar? And how about getting the natural energies of the sun and the earth, which are continually blocked by our modern living? So these are the elements that, like I said, are vital. They are required to live, but we want them in the healthiest fashion possible. So we're going to talk about sleep, and sleep matters. I'd like to thank my partner, Heather Abbott, for these slides. She's sitting right next to me here this evening, and she does a great job of putting these slides together. So what is the deal? How important is sleep? So I'll start with a quote by the father of sleep medicine. His name is William C. Dement from Stanford University. And he says, quote, healthy sleep has been empirically proven to be the single most important determinant in predicting longevity, more important than diet, exercise, or heredity, our genetic makeup. That's a very powerful, powerful statement. A little nighttime reading, night table reading, I highly suggest Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker. He's a professor of neuroscience at University of California at Berkeley. This book is a relatively new book. It was just published about 5-6 years ago, and it's got a lot of great information. You can also get some more of Dr. Walker's information on YouTube. He's got a lot of great videos and some TED Talks. So I'm going to start with a quote by him from this book that pretty much says the same thing as Dr. Dement. He said, I used to suggest that sleep is the third pillar of good health, along with diet and exercise, but I don't agree with that anymore. Sleep is the single most effective thing you can do to reset your brain and body for health. So again, a very powerful statement. So how did you sleep last night? Now, if I'm talking to 100 people, about 70% of them that I'm talking to did not get a good night's sleep. And there's many reasons for that. So again, keep that figure in mind. 70% of us don't get an adequate or a good night's sleep. In fact, it's such a problem that the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention calls insufficient sleep a public health epidemic. And the World Health Organization calls it a global epidemic, which is what? It's a pandemic. If it's global, it's a pandemic, right? So here's a study done by the National Sleep Foundation in 2013, looking at how many hours a night that people slept in specific countries. And you can see in the US here, it's about 6.5 hours a night. And research shows that sleeping less than 8 hours each night is associated with many health risks, including just being tired or fatigue, heart disease, weight gain, diabetes, type 2 diabetes, anxiety, stroke, kidney disease, and cancer. So if we look at this, we sleep on the average about a whole full hour less than we did, say, 50 years ago. And in our modern busy lives, people's perception many times this is a choice, their perception is that sleep isn't a productive part of their day, when physiologically, it's probably the most productive part of their day, as illustrated by the quotes I read from Dr. Dement and Dr. Walker. So we want to get a good night's sleep. And here's what can happen if we don't. It prevents our brain from making new memories. And there's been lots of studies to illustrate this. It decreases one poor night's sleep, can decrease our immune efficiency up to 70%. And think about it. If you aren't sleeping well, one night, maybe 2 nights, 3 nights in a row, what happens? That's usually when you get that cold or that flu, because you've compromised your immune efficiency. Poor sleep has been linked to cancer. In fact, this link is so strong that recently the World Health Organization classified nighttime shift work as a possible carcinogen. Also, 6 hours of sleep or less, if we talk about cardiovascular health for a minute, is if we have 6 hours of sleep or less, you have a 200 times increase in having a fatal heart attack or stroke during your lifetime. 200 times, all right? And also, as illustrated in Dr. Walker's book, he points out that there's a global phenomenon that takes place every year, and it involves about 1.6 billion people in 75 nations, and that is with daylight savings time. So in the spring, when we lose an hour of sleep, there is a 24% increase in heart attacks. In the fall, when we get an extra hours of sleep, there's a 20%, 21% decrease in heart attacks. So that's very interesting. Ruben, maybe one prevention is to get rid of daylight savings time. So that might help a lot right there. And that'd be my choice if we could. I don't like it. So anyways, this just points out how important sleep is. So what's the problem here? The first problem I already mentioned, it's our perception of sleep as not being a productive part of our day. And it is very, very productive for us, for our health. Um, so to better understand this, and don't get confused by this slide, but this is the sleep cycle. It's the sleep cycle we all go through. There are 5 stages of the cycle, and we need to complete 5 replications of this for a good night's sleep. So each cycle takes anywhere from 90 to 110 minutes. So if we want 5 cycles, that's 7.5 hours of sleep. So the other issue is that these progress sequentially. So as we move, let's say from stage 1 to stage 2 to stage 3, and something interferes with our sleep and we wake up, we don't progress again to stage 4. We start back at stage 1, which is counterproductive to the 5 replications of those cycles. And what can do this? I mean, we can't relax. We can't turn our brain off. It takes a long time to fall asleep. Maybe we have some discomfort, and that could be a problem as well. How about temperature fluctuations? Being too hot or too cold, throwing pillows or throwing covers on and off. And each time we wake up to do these, to make adjustments, we wake up and the cycle starts over again. So if we feel too heavy in one spot, what do? We toss and turn. We have trouble breathing. Maybe our head's too hot, and it's well known we sleep better with our head a couple degrees cooler than the rest of our body. Evidence of that can be they wake up at night and look for a cool spot on the pillow. So anyways, these are some of the things that prevents us from getting a good, healthy night's sleep. So how about a good quality night's sleep? Sound, deep, restful, rejuvenating. The way I kind of put it is sleep like you did when you were a kid, where you woke up in the morning and just full of energy and ready to go. In the 5th century BC, Sophocles wrote that sleep is the only medicine that gives ease. If this is the case, it stands to reason that a lack of sleep or poor sleep gives dis-ease. So using biomimicry, Nikan is very, very well at doing that, using science and technology to replicate nature. We have the Kenko Nature Rest Fit sleep system, and it has a number of natural technologies in here. So we use the magnetic technology, the Earth's natural energy. We have orthopedic support for all body types. There's massage nodules in the Kenko Fit. We have reflective temperature regulation to keep you at an even temperature. There's tourmaline to help calm you down with negative ions. We use environmentally safe and responsible materials. And the Kenko Rest Sleep System is designed and engineered around the physiology of sleep to promote quality sleep. So again, let's look at these things that kind of wake us up. And I think we can all relate to them. Here's the product or the technology within the products that help with these issues. So we can't relax. We have the negative ions. We have the tourmaline there that is making us more relaxed so we can fall asleep quicker. We have magnetic technology to help with some of the discomfort. How about where you're too hot or too cold? We have the bioceramic reflective fibers to keep us at an even temperature. And I'll add one more little health benefit to that as well. One of the things the thing that we expend the most energy doing in our lifetime is keeping our bodies at 98.6 degrees or 37 degrees Celsius. That's the one thing our body expends the most energy. If we have products that help us do that and maintain that body temperature, what's our body going to do with that energy? It's going to use it to heal and rejuvenate ourselves. So anyways, we have breathable fibers. And another important part of the Kenko Fit is the massage nodules. all right, because that helps with the tossing and turning. We don't feel so heavy in one spot, so we don't toss and turn as much. And again, if we're not doing that, we aren't interrupting the 5 stages of that sleep cycle. So it's pretty much common sense the way these things work. And it's based on science and physics. And again, like I said, the other important thing about a good night's sleep, too, that I might add right now, is this is the time when we detoxify. So within the concept of the wellness home, when we're drinking and breathing healthy air and drinking healthy water without contaminants, it gives our body more tools to help detoxify when we're getting a good night's sleep. So I'm going to give you 7 steps to a better night's sleep from the National Sleep Foundation. Stick to a sleep schedule. Schedule your sleep just like you would any other important activity and stick to it. All right. Pay attention to what you eat and drink. I'd say at least 4 to 6 hours before bedtime. Create a bedtime ritual, which almost creates that habit, that habitual, hey, it's time for bed. It's time to start to wind down. And you're creating a ritual there that you do every night. Limit daytime naps, include physical activity during your daily routine, and you'll sleep better. Manage stress. And the last is get comfortable. Have a healthy and a comfortable sleep environment, including low light or very dark rooms with a cool temperature. And National Science Foundation also recommends to invest in a quality sleep system. You know, one of the things my dad told me when I was very young, he said, Gary, if there's 2 things that you invest in your life, he said, there's 2 things you should invest, don't worry about spending money on. He said, that is a good pair of shoes so your feet are comfortable, and a good bed so you're comfortable at night. That pretty much covers the day and the night. So thank you, Mort Lindner. That was good advice. I appreciate it. And that sleep system that we recommend is the Kenko Nature S Fit. A little quick story about my sleep patterns as an adult prior to using the system. My brain would always be active, late at night, and get in bed and lay there and think about all the things I didn't get done, all the things I had to do the next day, and had a real tough time falling asleep, just relaxing to fall asleep. Once I fell asleep, I would be asleep for, let's say, 2 hours, 2.5, maybe 3, and then wake up, look at the clock. Take some time to fall back asleep, wake up, look at the clock. Right? And this would proceed. And as I was relating to this to a good friend of mine that actually got me involved with NECAN originally, Jerry Woltering is his name, he said, Gary, you really need to invest and try out the NECAN sleep system. And the more I looked at it and the more I looked at the technologies and what they could do and help, seemed to be a good fit, a little pun there, for me to get a better night's sleep. And it works. It absolutely works. And the one thing that cemented that in my mind was after sleeping on this system, let's say for a couple of weeks or a month, and you take a trip and travel someplace else or visit family and you aren't sleeping on your sleep system, it's a world of difference. It's, again, the difference between night and day. Another quick little pun there as well. Full of puns tonight. I don't know why. But anyways, so again, we talk about each week, we talk about these 5 vital elements in the Balanced Life, Happy Life weekly gatherings and how they contribute and make up to the healthiest environment we can for ourselves and our families, the NECAN Wellness Home. So please join us for more upcoming Balanced Life, Happy Life gatherings every Tuesday evening at 5:30 Pacific, and learn more about ways to lead a healthier, happier life with the NECAN products and the Wellness Home. And with that, this one thing I want to say about the Wellness Home, and there's a lot I could say, but here's a quote by me. This is the most logical and effective prevention-focused healthcare system, self-care system in the world. There's nothing else out there like it. So with that, I invite you to get to the person that invited you to tonight's presentation to get some more information or start your wellness home. And Ruben, I am going to stop my share and turn the podium back over to you.
Thank you very much, Gary. Can you hear me well? I got some messages that you could not hear me at the beginning. Can you?
The volume was a little low, but we can hear you fine now.
Okay, you can hear me fine. Yeah, it's very interesting to hear all this information because I haven't been sleeping very well. So
that's why I asked.
Yeah, I got up at 2, 3, 5, but I mean, I can see that like when you don't sleep well, you don't function well as well. But we are in Japan now, so today for me is Wednesday and for you is Tuesday, right?
Correct.
So, and today it is 9:51 a.m. and for you is almost 6, right?
Yeah.
In Pacific. Yeah, Pacific.
Well, when you fly home, you'll get home the same time you left.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Let's see how it goes. It's just crazy right now. But yeah, but let me share my screen here. So we want to invite everyone to join us next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, we have Randy Rolfe, and with the topic importance of nutritional. So we will see you next Tuesday. And by the way, amazing information, Gary. Thank you very much, Dr. Lindner, and we will see you soon. So everyone, have a good evening, good morning, or whatever you want.
And have a good night's sleep. And have a good night's sleep. Sleep matters.
That is right. That is correct. And we will see you next Tuesday. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ruben. Good evening. Thank you, everybody.
So